Hello and welcome back to Day 4 of the Utica Home Track Series Royal Rumble. Only one more day after this as we take a look who's currently on track from last session. Adam Kendrick, Nicholas Guerra, Ray Davis, and Stephen Carter. With that in mind, let's see who joins them next. Getting the day started off, it's car number 85 of Brendan Patterson. Now, Brendan Patterson ran a partial schedule last year, running all the Speedway events for Duncan Motorsports. He's back for a full-time effort this time around, and he's running for the team that's currently the defending champion, as William Duncan was able to head to the champion circle at the end of the year. Now, of all the cars on track, currently car number 1 and car number 6 of Kendrick and Guerra, respectively, are currently tied for longest on track. They both came in at the same time. So they're currently both getting the bonus point as the cars continue on track. Ray Davis is currently working his way down to the lead as Brendan Patterson gets close to the line to try and pass as we're on our second lap of 3 for this round. Stephen Carter running there in the middle of the pack. A lot of talent in this field. Ray Davis, who's an exceptional Utica Rallycross Series driver. Same with Stephen Carter, who did a great job this year. Adam Kendrick for the Fat Dog team, rookie, but certainly proving himself on track today. Nicholas Guerra with the experience, and Brendan Patterson with the experience. All of them very, very high amount of talent on track, and we'll probably add another one to that as we come to the close of this round. One more turn. Let's see if they can keep it together and make sure everyone stays on the circuit. Coming to the line, Guerra and Kendrick draft toward the bottom. It was getting kind of dicey. It's going almost 4 wide. 4 wide through the turn. They finish up. Let's see if anything becomes of this. And that... oh, whoa. It looks like Carter turns Guerra below the line, but they save it. Let's see who's next. A very, very chaotic end to the last round as we had several drivers almost wrecking going to the line. But on track now is Ryan Astabumi in car number 99, the Minecraft Machine. He's running for the Row 1 Racing team along with Henry Nova and Gabriel Montoya. Now, not much known about this driver coming into the track, but we certainly wish him the best, and he's currently doing an exceptional job right now, running up there with the likes of Nicholas Guerra near the front. He passes the 6th machine, which, as you remember from last time, there's currently a little bit of a bet going around the garage area that the drivers who wrecked the pony cars of the 2 Guerras and Eric Bush might get a little bit extra in terms of driver bet not associated with the Utica Home Track Series. So Nicholas Guerra needs to be extra careful, but right now he's been really showing that the pony car can really haul. It has a lot of horsepower. As they come toward the line, looking to make one more circuit around the track. So it looks like not many people messing with Nicholas Guerra. I don't think they want to get on his bad side. We have 3 wide racing in the back between Stephen Carter, Ray Davis, and Adam Kendrick. Let's see if that can solve itself. They're all so close in competition. But it looks like it would be Stephen Carter that would get it. Astabumi near the front. Currently leading. He's driving the 99, which was Colin Bartel's ride last season. But coming to the line, Astabumi is going to be the leader, and we add one more driver to the fray. Next up on track, it's Neil Evans, car number 55, who had a very successful run last year, winning at Mosport, getting his first career win in the Utica Home Track Series, and his first career win in any racing series since 1997. But currently, car number 55 running on the same team as his son, and his son is scheduled to come out a little later today. Hasn't happened yet, but they've expressed interest in being on track together, maybe helping each other out for a little bit. Right now, Neil Evans running behind the driver that he took the win away from. Nicholas Guerra was the driver in competition for that win, but was wrecked by Joseph Bryant. So I'm not sure if there's any tension there. I think it's mostly against Joseph Bryant. As Nicholas Guerra gets very close to the bottom of the racetrack. These cars very dicey around the circuit. Now, currently, there are 7 drivers on track, and that usually 7 drivers on track is not good in terms of lack of wrecking. But at the current moment, they're pulling it off as Neil Evans goes to the lead. Ray Davis with a power move to the inside, and number 76 is going to head right to the race lead. One more lap of racing in this round. They just have to keep it together. Estebomi going toward the bottom, almost going under the line. Neil Evans still having a great drafting run on the outside with Nicholas Guerra, so it looks like no bad blood between the two of them. 4 wide almost as Stephen Carter tried to get into the mix, so close to the line. Almost had some contact, but it looks like they're going to keep it as they head to the line. Carter's still trying 4 wide, but it's not going to work. They're 3 wide across the stripe, and we head to the next round. Let's see who is next. Next up, car number 88, Matt Duell, running for a new team this year. He's running for Young Motorsports. Now, I've heard that Caitlin Stringer is going to split the ride with him since they're not running their own separate team, but I am not sure at the moment what races. I don't seem to have that paper in front of me. But Matt Duell had did not have an especially good year last time out, but was the qualifier series champion, so he did good where it counted in that series. So it looks like he's going to be locked in the Bristol. No, he's turned Neil Evans around. And cars are in the wall. He's over, and that's already going to send him out of the race early. Adam Kendrick's barrel rolling. Neil Evans. I'm not sure if Estebomi got under the line. We'll have to check. We're also getting a report that Ray Davis went under the line. So there's Matt Duell's car coming to a rest, plowing into the pit wall. I don't know why he kept driving it. Estebomi's in the lead. It looks like there is not a call on him. He's still in racing competition. So, very close call for the 99 machine, as he's still on track. I believe Nicholas Guerra is also still on the racing circuit, along with Brendan Patterson and Stephen Carter. But we come around for one more lap, and we're off the first wreck of the new day, day 4, as Estebomi in the lead. Nicholas Guerra closing in. I believe there's Stephen Carter, who's still in the effort, but Ray Davis, unfortunately, they're listing him as out. We'll have to see what happened to him. Coming to the line, looks like no other car is going to go out of the race, and we finish safely. Let's see what happened to cause this big wreck. Now, Matt Duell a little over-eager on the back of the 55 machine, so close for Estebomi, but you can see there the 76 car went way under the line. And Neil Evans goes for quite the tumble in the 55 machine. It comes to rest, and there's Matt Duell sliding on his roof and flipping to the end. Let's go on board with Neil Evans and see what he saw. And he's right behind the leader and just ends up turned into the wall sides of the track, and that car's going to go over. A lot of hang time on car number 55. That car goes over. Then you'll see the 88 car just slide right past the car number 55 and tumble. Take a look at another angle. This is from Matt Duell, who spent most of the time on his roof. If he looks like Evans gets loose off the front of Matt Duell, so Duell will be credited with eliminating him, but also eliminating himself in the process. You see, we lose the camera for a while here. It gets back going, but I kind of want to see what happened here. He tries driving it off, and it's still actually like moving, but he's just going to plow right into the pit wall. He lost all steering on that machine. One more camera angle, and then we'll take a look at the next driver on track. And Adam Kendrick is going to no longer be the longest on track. Just nowhere to go, just ran right into, and that car's going to go for a tumble, airborne, as it rolls through turn 4. Let's see who the next driver is on track. Next up is one of the most seasoned drivers in the Utica Home Track Series, Trek Togger, who's one of the few that still competes. That's been here since season 1. He came in at his debut at the Kyalami event, which at the time was race number 14. This year it's much later in the schedule. But Trek Togger back again, still trying to chase that first victory. His team of Gas Tech Engineering Incorporated only has 1 victory under his belt, and that was with Megan Curley last year at Martinsville. Now, though he lost Ray Davis on track, he is still... And whoa, we have a wreck. It looks like Nicholas Guerra, and I think that was Stephen Carter. And I think another issue with that was that Nicholas Guerra was listed with being on track the longest. He had to last till round 78 to get the title, but it looks like it's not going to happen. He's out of the event. So 3 drivers running up here near the front. Trek Togger, definitely the experience under his belt, as he's quite the road course ace. He's had a lot of success there. Last year was not an especially triumphant one for car number 60, but he's hoping for a turnaround this year. New sponsor in that car, a new vehicle. They're trying to turn it around at the 60 car camp, and best of luck to them this year. We head through the final couple of turns. We get a report of lap traffic in the form of Stephen Carter getting close, almost wrecked Trek Togger and Brendan Patterson. Looks like Estebomi's going to go into the race lead. And coming to the line, Trek Togger and Brendan Patterson just barely finished. Let's see what happened with the 6 and the 91 and what happened to them. Here we go. Looks like Ryan Estebomi, car number 99, just turns Guerra down. So if he was in any way in part of that battle, looks like he'll get a slice of the pot, as Stephen Carter is also going to get whipped around. Let's go on board with car number 6, see what that machine saw as it went around the track. It's turned right down to the number 91 car. Stephen Carter couldn't do anything about it. Whoa, I think Carter flipped over the 6 machine. We'll have to see from his perspective, as both cars obviously kept driving. On board with the number 91, the Journey machine. Just minding his own business, gets turned, and yeah, it goes almost flying completely over car number 6. And ends up backwards on the straightaway. He keeps it going, but did end up going to pit road. Let's see what happened with him. Looks like he tried getting one final elimination, but fortunately Brendan Patterson was able to avoid it. Let's see who the next driver is on track. Car number 44, Alex Tanker, is a slow start by Brendan Patterson. Is going to make it 3 wide near the front. Trek Togger trying to make it 4, but he can't find the wedge to get in, so he's going to work his way to the inside, almost turning Patterson 3 wide, racing at the front. Trek Togger is going to end up being the loser on that one, but Alex Tanker has been in the series for a while. He joined in 2012, driving car number 44, which he drove. He didn't drive this car last year. He drove the 34 last season. Brock McMahon was in this vehicle with a different sponsorship. But Alex Tanker in the 44s, that seems to be the number of choice for him. He continues this season, that number still with the team. His brother Alan Tanker has gone out of the race, and just as a curiosity standpoint, the driver that's been on track the longest is Brendan Patterson. He has to survive until round 87 to defeat the current leader of most rounds stayed in, which would be Megan Atkins. But car number 44 has had a decent career. Alex Tanker does have a win at the Super Speedway of Talladega. Super Speedways are his specialty, and look at that. We are on a Super Speedway. So he's currently working his way to the front on the final lap of this round. And Tanker definitely a force to be reckoned with this season. He is locked in to the Bristol event, though barely. He just barely locked himself in at the end of last season. So he's hoping for a turnaround and maybe to collect another victory. As we head to the line, Patterson makes a move, but it's going to be a little too late. Let's add a 5th driver on track. Next up on track is car number 42 of Kyle Corbett. Now, Kyle Corbett's team, Hyundai Yum Motorsports, has 3 drivers enter this year. Corbett's one of them. Harrison Langford was one who went up a little earlier. And Dominic Cousins in the 63. That car is actually being split by several drivers throughout the year, but Cousins is the one driving it today. But currently on track is Corbett, and he's currently near the front. Now, he has some experience in the NSCRA, along with Langford, but we'll have to see how that transfers over to this series. Relatively similar setups, though a slightly different car. But currently, Brendan Patterson's going to be on the back bumper of car number 42. It almost sends him off to the high side of the racetrack. Alex Tanker, Trek Togger, and Ryan Estebomi are going to follow below, and Corbett falls all the way to the back. Now, the 42 has actually had a similar color scheme throughout its entire existence in the series. It's been noted as the Brian Brote machine when it had Target as a sponsor, and last year it was the target machine for Makoto Iguchi in that one final race. So it looks like white and red seem to be the trademark colors for car number 42, and they've done it well, as car number 42 has been the victory lane with Brian Brote. So hopefully similar good luck in that sense to Corbett. As we head toward the final turn, Brendan Patterson running low on the number 42 machine, and Corbett swerving back and forth trying to keep him from passing. Coming to the line, it looks like everyone's going to make it, and we'll have one more driver get added to this. Next up, it's one of the best drivers in the Utica Home Track Series, Matt Evans, who has 7 wins under his belt. So Matt Evans, he started off this series as somewhat of a joke in a way. He did not have a very good beginning season in 2011, where he had so much trouble on the road courses, but he was definitely silencing critics by taking wins at the Super Speedway events and winning in the finale at Myrtle Beach. Since then, he's gone on to win 7 events, yet the championship has still eluded him. So he's going to have to try his best this year and get back into competition for it. He's been in the top 10 in all 3 seasons, and has been a championship competitor for 2 of them. So Matt Evans, definitely no stranger to the top of the board, but at the current moment, running near the back in car number 13, a new number for him this year, by the way, as car number 4 moves over to Gabriel Montoya. Now, Matt Evans expressed an interest in racing against his father on track, but unfortunately he was eliminated before he got the chance. But that won't deter him, as he's confident in this season and is confident in this race. Last year, he was so close to winning the event. He had a starting spot at the very tail end of the field. He's got a little more to work with this time, but he does have the potential. Alex Tanker currently in the lead as we finish up this round, and we add one more driver to this mess of cars on track. Let's see who it is. Next up, car number 3, Brian Judge, the last of the Fat Dog Racing machines, as Adam Kendrick and Ronnie DiPetrio both already went up and unfortunately went out of the race. Though Adam Kendrick had a very good run in car number 1, definitely very strong. But car number 3, Brian Judge, is the last of them to go out on track. And I'm not very familiar with this team's past experience. I'm not sure what other series they've run in, but I'm definitely sure that Alex Tanker just tried a very risky 4, almost 5 wide move as he threaded the needle between Trek Togger and Kyle Corbett. So excellent racing between those 2 competitors. We continue our way around the racetrack as it's with 3 wide for the lead. Brendan Patterson gets kicked back. Matt Evans goes under the line, trying to eliminate Ryan Estabumi, and it looks like the officials are saying the reader went off on his, so he is out of the event as we head through the turn. Matt Evans heads down toward the race lead. Brian Judge is going to cross over and follow him under Ryan Estabumi. And we have contact. Trek Togger, Alex Tanker, look at Brendan Patterson flip violently across the racetrack. And then 3 more drivers out of the event, as we only have 1 more lap of racing to go. Brian Judge in the lead. Matt Evans in car number 13 right behind him, though he is out of the event, so unfortunately not going to stay along for the 7-time winner. And we have 4 cars out in our hands. We'll have to take a look at this, as Patterson had quite the wreck. Very close call at the line, but it looks like Brian Judge wins it. Let's take a look at a replay. 3 wide racing between Corbett, Patterson, and Togger. Corbett turns Tanker right into Togger, and look at Patterson. That flip through turn 1, definitely very violent for car number 85, as he comes to a rest at the bottom of the racetrack. Let's take a look at onboard with car number 85, as this was very scary. Slides right into the wall, and look at this, on his side, near cartwheeling, as he slips and flies through the first turn. He comes to a rest on his roof. Take a look at Trek Togger's perspective from all this. Yeah, he just had nowhere to go, and he and Tanker are actually going to hop the pit wall. And surprisingly, he doesn't spin this car out. He keeps it going straight, but enough damage was done to take that out of the event. 1 more before we head to the next round. Look at that, Tanker hits right to the pit wall. Good thing there was no pit crew standing there, or else that could have been pretty deadly. As let's see who's next. Next up, car number 43, Nick Pericles, the second of the Oreo Racing cars on track. Skylar Dixon went up on track earlier, but did not fare especially long. And we have another driver from that team still to come. I believe it's Amanda Pericles, car number 87. Now, Nick Pericles had a decent start to his career last year at the Batista Bowl, where he and Brenda Pericles shocked them all by entering the track as relative unknowns, but coming out with great finishes. Things were pretty successful for them on occasion throughout the rest of the year, but Amanda Pericles really showed off later on, as it looks like Kyle Corbett has gone out of the event. He's went under the line. So Kyle Corbett out of the event as we continue with Nick Pericles. So he's hoping for a lot this season. He's made a bunch of appearances in the Utica Rallycross Series, and a couple of them were pretty decent finishes. He's going to turn Kyle Corbett, and he's going to go under the line. He tried eliminating a driver that was already eliminated. So Nick Pericles out of the event. That was, I don't think his crew chief's going to be happy with that move. Yep, we're getting a report. He is getting yelled at by the crew chief for trying to eliminate the car that was already eliminated, and thus eliminating himself. So currently, Judge and Estabumi are the only two cars on track that are competing. But we come to the line, it looks like those two drivers out of the event. And that will wrap up round number 70. We'll be back after this quick commercial break. Still to come, Kyle Austin, Amanda Pericles, Alex DeMarco, and many, many more. And welcome back to the Royal Rumble. Let's meet our next competitor. Next up on track is car number 71 of Kyle Austin. He is the brother of Drew Austin, and he's running for that team along with Michael Downing. They are all running Mazdas, and they are one of only two teams that are running the Mazda machines. The only other team that's doing it, Evans Engineering Incorporated. But right now, only 3 drivers on the racetrack, as Brian Judge is currently pacing the field. Now, Ryan Astabomi is listed as being on track the longest, so he's going to get himself a bonus point going into the season. Now, for him to beat Megan Atkins, he has to stay in the competition all the way until round 88. So things are starting to wind down for drivers trying to get those 3 bonus points instead of just 1, as Megan Atkins set a very, very high precedent. We continue around the track as we finish up lap number 2. Looks like Astabomi is trying to make the pass on the number 3 of Brian Judge. Kyle Austin falling a little bit back, but starting to catch up as we start off lap 3 of 3 for this round. Now, Kyle Austin, I don't know too much about the career of this driver. I do know about Drew Austin, who's had some credentials to him, so maybe some of that driving ability has rubbed off on his brother. Right now, they make the pass on Brian Judge. Ryan Astabomi in the lead. As they head to the line, looks like everyone's going to be safe as we finish this round, and we add one more driver to this group. Next up on track is car number 87, Amanda Pericles, the last of the Oreo Racing machines. Now, Oreo Racing has not had a good Royal Rumble. Skylar Dixon was only in it for a couple of rounds, and Nick Pericles was eliminated in the round he debuted in. So Amanda Pericles is the last chance. Now, Amanda Pericles only made 1 start last season. That was at Myrtle Beach, but she had a very impressive qualifying effort. Unfortunately, I believe she was taken out during a wreck around midpoint of the race and ended up near the back of the pack. But Amanda Pericles is back this season and is hoping to do pretty well. Brenda Pericles was originally slated to drive, but Brenda Pericles is going to hold back. They're letting Skylar Dixon be the driver of the 06 machine. So it looks like no appearance for Brenda this season that's planned. She might be able to come back from Myrtle Beach, who knows. But at the current moment, Amanda Pericles hoping to carry this team along. Kyle Austin in the race lead as Brian Judge goes to the outside and is getting passed by Ryan Astabomi. 99 car going under the 87. Now Pericles, last effort for the Oreo Racing team, and if they want to leave the Royal Rumble a laughing stock, she's going to have to try and keep it on track for a while, since the Pericles' own team not doing too well, as previously stated. We're on our final lap of the round as Brian Judge makes a pass in the number 3 machine, as they try and catch up to Kyle Austin, who has quite the lead on them. So that car seems to be running very well in clean air. Pericles is going to clip the back of Judge, tried to eliminate him, but not going to happen. We add one more driver on track. Next up is the number 00 of Alex DeMarco, who was a competitor last season. We got contact, car in the wall, car over, Brian Judge, Brian Estebomi, both of them are eliminated. So that is already 2 cars out of the race. And we didn't even get into turn 1. We'll have to take a look at replay of that, but let's get back to Alex DeMarco. Now, DeMarco was a rookie prospect last year. He ran for Rookie of the Year in the number 51 machine on a single car effort. And he did pretty good, especially on road courses, where he had very strong finishes. He ended up working his way into the top 35 and almost scored himself a win at the Silverstone circuit. But he's back this year in the number 00. Now, his teammate Cecil Brooks got into that horrible accident a couple days ago. We have a word on him, and he is going to be fine to race for Bristol, so that is fortunate. Unfortunately, Ryan Raso, the driver of the 09 machine, was injured in his wreck, and they're replacing him with another driver. I believe they didn't give me. They gave me the name, but I don't have it here in front of me. I think it was something along the lines of Karen Minazuki, is the sister of Nathan Minazuki and the owner of the 09 car. So she will be running in his place, and we wish Ryan Raso a speedy recovery. He might be able to come back if he heals up quickly, but Minazuki's going to be behind the wheel of that 09 car at Bristol. But as we finish up this run, Alex DeMarco, a very strong competitor for this season and one of the dark horse favorites, is going to stay in competition as he crosses the line. And we check to see what happened with the number 3 machine. So right here on the start, they cross the line, and Estebomi just immediately turns the 3 car into the inside wall. That car goes pirouetting and goes over the pit wall, almost hitting into the pace car. Let's go on board with Brian Judge, and then we'll meet the driver for the next segment that joins us. See, instantly turn underneath and just gets pinched between the steep infield grass and the wall. And that car goes for a tumble, and we lose that camera. Let's see who's the next driver that's going to be on track. Next up is the defending Utica Home Track Series champion, William Duncan. Now, William Duncan last year in the Royal Rumble was one of the first cars out on track and did not stay in it very long. He was eliminated very quickly. In fact, at the very start of the season at Bristol, he finished 36th in the race, which means he wasn't locked into the Megville Bull Run. He was able to work his way back all the way to the end of the season and win the championship. So, a very strong driver. Especially, it would seem, on the road courses where he had some of his strongest finishes, though William Duncan has said that he's been more noted for super speedway racing in his past. But, hey, it's good to be a Renaissance driver. Now, at the current moment, Kyle Austin in car number 71 is listed as being on track the longest. So, he's currently getting a bonus point going into the season, so congratulations to Kyle Austin. William Duncan running a 3-car effort this year with Connor Atwood and Brendan Patterson. Now, Atwood has yet to go up, I believe, but car number 85 has gone up and has gone out of the race. We work our way into the final lap of competition as William Duncan tries to make a pass to the inside, and whoa, contact! And Alex DeMarco is going to get turned by Amanda Pericles, saves himself off William Duncan. William Duncan goes out of the race. So Duncan, despite his prestige as a driver, looks like the Royal Rumble is not a lucky race for him. It's already eliminated. Looks like you'll have to turn some heads at Bristol, it would seem. As we finish up this segment, let's see who replaces Duncan on track. Next up is the last of the NSCRA racing machines. It's Alex May, car number 56. Now, Alex May is their rookie prospect. He's running for Rookie of the Year and has been one of their development drivers. And in a similar case to Stephen Carter, he is quite the pick. He's made some Utica Rallycross Series starts and has done pretty well, getting a couple of high-ranking finishes. So Alex May looking to surprise some people this season, along with the rest of his team. Now Bryant and Cole are out, so this is May's last opportunity to try and take the win, as he's currently getting a little drafting help from Alex DeMarco. But wait, that gets a little too much help, and it goes under the apron. They're both out of the race, but great save by Alex May. I thought that car was going to get wrecked as it went down the apron, and he's going to keep it on track and almost in the lead. So though Alex May is currently eliminated along with Alex DeMarco, excellent driving on both of them to keep themselves from wrecking. So it looks like Kyle Austin and Amanda Pericles are the only two cars on track, as we have one more lap of racing. Looks like May and DeMarco are not going for it, but they can still eliminate cars as long as they're still on track and going with them. So I'm not sure if they're going to attempt to eliminate anyone, or if they're just kind of try and run it out as a test session to make sure they get on there. I think that's what Alex May plans on doing, if he tries to get some clean air, see how that car runs and without the flow of dirty air in front of him. So coming to the line, Amanda Pericles makes the pass underneath, and looks like only two cars make it on to the next round. We've seen a lot of eliminations in these past couple of rounds. Let's see what happens next. Next up is the second of the pony machines. It is Jerry Guerra, car number 7. Now Jerry Guerra made his debut last season as a rookie with brother Nicholas. He had an okay season and was almost in the top 35, but a series of bad qualifier series events really hurt him. He was unable to make the top 35, being one of the drivers just barely shut out. However, Jerry Guerra did get a little bit of extra testing this year, as he was able to run in the Christmas event as a special gift driver. They did a random draw, and he was the winner on that. He's currently running on the back bumper of Amanda Pericles. He makes contact, eliminates Amanda Pericles and Kyle Austin. They go underneath, they slide. Kyle Austin goes right up in front of Jerry Guerra, and they're off track. All three cars on track have gone off. Wow. As Jerry Guerra not going to stay long, let's take a look at a replay since there's no drivers currently competing. This ends the round. Looking from the hill cam, it's going to turn Pericles down. They try and get back on track, but Kyle Austin just gets right into him, and he's going to crash right into Jerry Guerra. So we're going to see two drivers come on track. Let's see who they are. On track, it's Ian Duda in car number 27 and the number 94 of Hunter Fellows. Now they're both getting scored with the bonus point for being on track the longest, since they've been on track for one round apiece. However, they do not have a shot to beat Megan Atkins, since it is too late in the event. There's not 25 rounds left. So it looks like Megan Atkins will safely get the 3 bonus points. So now it's just a matter of getting that 1 bonus point for these drivers, or getting the 10 for winning the event. Now, Ian Dutta, car number 27, has made some appearances in other series and has made some noise, so definitely a rookie prospect to look out for. He's teamed up with Chris Washer, and they're going to run a 2-car effort with shared mechanic programs. Hunter Fellows, car number 94, is running for the Dion Scott team. Now, his teammate Dion Scott went up earlier. Eric Bush, his other teammate, still yet to come up, but Hunter Fellows definitely going to be trying out there. We only have one more lap in this round. Looks like Hunter Fellows is running away with it, but it doesn't matter too much, since these two drivers are probably not in the mood for eliminating just yet. They want to make sure they can make it to the end. And seeing that even with 3 cars on track, they managed to wreck themselves, they are going to be very careful about it. So here we go, coming through the final turn. Dutta's catching up to the 94 car Fellows, but it looks like they're going to try and keep their distance, and things look safely as they come to the line. No mechanical failures in sight, so they'll finish it. Let's see who the 3rd driver will be on track. Next up is car number 20, Henry Sanford, as he gets a poor restart. Hunter Fellows right in the back bumper. Almost had another Brian Judge scenario there, as Hunter Fellows makes the pass. It's 3 wide, going through turn 1 on lap 1. Let's see who's going to get the advantage. Hunter Fellows looks like he's going to get it, as Ian Dutta is going to lose out. Now Henry Sanford driving the 20 machine. His brother Charles Sanford went up a while ago, but Charles Sanford did not stay in long. Henry Sanford hoping to improve. Now, the Sanfords are running on separate teams. Henry Sanford is running a single car effort for, I believe it's S3 Motorsports. I'm not sure. I don't have the note in front of me. While Charles Sanford is running on the Silver Fox team, Cybertron Motorsports, in car number 9. So there's a little bit of a technical alliance, though I think they're running different manufacturers. Henry Sanford trying to go underneath. They're hoping to expand this team out come 2015, so they're trying to build up the funding this year. Sanford goes under for the lead on this last lap. Now he's trying to get up to the front and get that clean air, and this car is running pretty well as it's pretty quick on the circuit and it's starting to pull away from Dutta and Fellows, both of which are running relatively good quality equipment, especially Dutta, who is teamed up with Chris Washer. So Sanford and the Quiznos machine leads the cars back to the line. Looks like everything's going to be safe as we cross it, and we see who's going to be on track next. Next up is Alex Allen in car number 98, a part of the Allen Racing family, the last hope for the team, as Nicky Allen went up earlier and was in it for quite a few rounds, even getting a bonus point. Stephen Carter was in it for a little bit, but didn't get to stay in too long. Now, Alex Allen will be driving the 98 car this season, but that's only because of the tragic end to Andreas Allen, who ran in the Christmas special, but unfortunately no longer able to race. So, condolences to the team, and we wish Alex Allen great luck in the number 98 machine. See if he can get to the level that his brother drove it at. Andreas Allen, by the way, a winner in the Utica Home Track Series, was the Daytona winner of last season in an upset victory. But Alex Allen has had some experience in the Utica Home Track Series, but most of it has been pretty lackluster. In 2012, he drove the 80 car for his brother's team on a part-time schedule near the end of the year, but failed to make an impact. Starting off the next season, he drove the 09 machine at Bristol, but again, failed to make an impact compared to the driver he was splitting the ride with, Vladimir Petrov, who ended up running most of the schedule. So Alex Allen definitely trying to prove himself, and he's got some big shoes to fill, of that of his brother, Andreas Allen. So coming to the line, we're ending off this round, and we'll have one more round left in the day. We'll have to see who's going to join there. Looks like no issues so far on track after that long wave of elimination. Let's see who the final driver on track today is. Last up is Dominic Cousins in car number 63. He's a part of the Hyundai Yum Racing team with Kyle Corbett and Harrison Langford. Now Cousins is splitting his right. Whoa, look at how many. We almost had 4 wide racing going through turn 1, but luckily everyone was able to sort that out. But getting back to Dominic Cousins, car number 63 is going to change hands several times throughout the year with various drivers. I don't have the list of what races Cousins is running exactly, but I think he's running a lot of the speedways, if I'm not mistaken. But right now he's making a move underneath of Hunter Fellows and is working his way toward the front, car number 63, and Alex Allen in the race lead as Ian Dutta tries to go in on the inside. Now we have a battle between Sanford getting on the back bumper of Hunter Fellows, and I think he's going to try and look low as Hunter Fellows tries to move in front of him. Cousins goes to the race lead as Duda in car number 27 trying to catch up. Now we are on the second lap of this round. This is the last round for today, so let's just keep it in. Whoa, contact between Fellows and Allen, and it looks like car number 98 is being read as going under the line, so unfortunately Alex Allen's going to go out of the race, and it's actually the third lap, my mistake. As we head to the line, Cousins is going to be our leader. It looks like he led for most of this segment, and it looks like other than Alex Allen, no elimination. So that ends off today's Royal Rumble. We head to the final day, day number 5, where we see once and for all who is going to be the winner of this epic 100 car event. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.